Tornadoes hit Kentuckiana over the weekend, one in Clark County, Indiana, the other in Henry County, Kentucky. Take a look at this mess left behind from an EF1 tornado just south of Underwood on Saturday. Our Connor Steffen, meteorologist Reed Yaden, and photojournalist Aspen Hester covered the damage.
The lights are back on for most in Clark County following storms and an EF1 tornado that touched down early Saturday morning, leaving scenes like this in its path.
Well, it's a mess here for sure.
It's one of two EF1 tornadoes that touched down in Kentuckiana Saturday. The other in north central Kentucky. Within hours, National Weather Service surveyors made their way out to southern Indiana to assess the damage. They determined that tornado's winds reached a max 90 miles per hour during its brief time on the ground.
I would guess 30 seconds to 2 minutes right in there, and it happens that quick.
The NWS says the area also saw a patch of straight line winds that reached 80 miles per hour. By Saturday evening, county crews were still working to clear storm debris from roads, and utility companies worked to restore power for the remaining 100 or so homes still in the dark. In total, the storm knocked out power for about 1,700 homes in the area. Clark County first responders say they've responded to 35 weather-related calls for service Saturday, specifically in the Henryville and New Washington areas, mostly for reports of downed trees and power lines. NWS meteorologist John Gordon says the warm temperatures fueled the severe storms, which hit when most people were sleeping.
It's the worst case scenario. It is. We had December 21, we had Mayfield, Bowling Green, things like that. Folks, just have a way to receive your warning. Be prepared. You never know when this is going to happen. When it gets warm, better have a plan at night.
This homeowner is still shaken up from the experience. He says it started with flooding in the basement before his home's roof caved in, just feet from where he was standing at the time. In his backyard, you can see a heaping of debris, parts of what was his front porch. Joined by family, he's just starting the cleanup process, but feels thankful to have made it out alive. Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
To stay weather aware, you can download the free WHAS11 app right now and get those alerts when severe weather moves through our area. And if you lose power, know that you can always stream our newscast on that app. An hour from now, Jamarcus Glover will face a judge again. He was a key figure in the Breonna Taylor death investigation and arrested on January 22nd after being on the run for several months. During his arrest, officers said they found large amounts of suspected meth, fentanyl, and ammunition. Glover had been on the run after missing a court date in October. In that case, police say he used children to help transport and sell heroin. He's being arraigned today on those new drug charges at 1 o'clock. One person is dead after crashing into 3 homes in the Park Hill neighborhood. It happened around 11 o'clock Saturday morning on Wilson Avenue near 23rd Street. Police said a man was driving when he lost control and hit those homes. He died at the scene, and witnesses told LMPD speed was a factor. No one else was hurt in the crash. LMPD is investigating 2 deadly shootings this weekend. One was in the California neighborhood. Police said it happened Sunday around 4 a.m. on West Broadway, about a block away from the Kroger. Police found 37-year-old Ronald Beatty dead from a gunshot wound. And just a little while before that, the second homicide took place in the Okolona neighborhood. Police said it happened around 1:15 Sunday morning on Egypt Lane. That's not far from Preston Highway and Outer Loop. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a man, 27-year-old Ronald Hall, shot dead inside a car. Anyone with information on either of these shootings is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. A 20-year-old who had been missing since New Year's Eve is back home Saturday. Clara Sloan posted an update on Facebook confirming her son, Delano Ray, is safe after he left his home in Jeffersontown for a New Year's Eve party and never came back. According to Sloan, Ray said he needed time alone and shared his apologies to everyone who was worried. A bill to enhance the transparency of sexual misconduct allegations against teachers just made its way through the Kentucky House. House Bill 275 aims to make it more difficult for teachers with allegations of sexual misconduct to move from one district to another. It would require districts to contact each other that previously employed a job applicant for a reference check. They'd have to disclose any allegation or disciplinary action related to abusive conduct while the applicant worked for the district.
This is a piece of legislation that I honestly wish we didn't have to deal with. And I'm going to say that 99.9% plus of our dedicated teachers and those individuals who work in our school systems are there to support our children, to help them in their education.
The bill now heads to the Senate.